How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome to episode 2 of Between the Lines. And my God, it feels so good to say this, that the NFL is finally back. Last week, we talked college football week 1 and we did our NFL futures. But this week, we got college football week 2 and we have NFL week 1, the first NFL Sunday of the year to get into. So without any further ado, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we got some bets to be made and some games to be talked about. But first, quick, just before we get into that, I did want to throw a little disclaimer on here that from when I'm recording this and when I post this, the lines might change on some of these games that we have. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to take that as my pick unless if something like absolutely crazy happens. I'll post about that on my bookie's other social medias. And speaking about games and craziness happening, let's look back at last week where our college football record stands. We're sitting at 4-4, and honestly, in sports betting and in betting in general, breaking even is a win in my book. I'll take that all day, but this week we are coming back with vengeance, and we are here to win. And we start off with a beautiful game at 11 a.m. Saturday morning with the 11th ranked Fighting Illini going into Duke against the Blue Devils. Looking at this line right away, the Illini are 3-point favorites. The over-under is sitting at 49.5. And the biggest thing that I'm asking myself about this game is how the hell are the Illini only 3-point favorites when they got this man right here, Luke Altmaier, playing quarterback for them. And also at the same time, I love this Illini team. They returned almost every single one of their starters from last season, unless they went to the NFL. They had a great recruiting class. And if you don't believe that Brett Bielema was the guy, I really don't know what to tell you. So with this first pick, I'm keeping it simple. Give me the Illini -3. Whatever this line moves to, it could move to 7.5. I'm still taking the Illini. I think that they win this game by 14 plus. Moving over to our next game, we have a rivalry game that's not talked about enough in the college football community. This rivalry is absolutely crazy. These two teams, they hate each other so much. The Iowa Hawkeyes going into Iowa State versus the Cyclones. The Hawkeyes are +3 in this game. The over-under sitting at 41.5. And we all know how Iowa likes to play football. Defense wins championships. That's how they've been for forever. They go out there, their defense looks phenomenal. They look great. And then their offense looks really bad. They always look really bad. But will they this year? Mr. Mark Gronowski, who spent most of his college career in the FCS at South Dakota State, where he won 2 national championships, 2 of them, and he had himself a great career and actually went to the same high school as me as well, transferred his way up to Iowa to finish out his college career at quarterback. This guy is something special. He is fun to watch. He makes some crazy plays. And just due to that, I am taking the Iowa Hawkeyes +3. I think that they go in to Ames, Iowa, and they do their job versus the Cyclones. I still do like that Cyclones team this year as well, but give me Iowa in this one. Next up on the table, we have another huge rivalry that's not talked about enough in college football. At 2:30 on Saturday, the Kansas University Jayhawks go into Missouri versus the Mizzou Tigers. This game is going to be absolutely wild. I know that it's not a ranked matchup. I know that you're looking at this, you're probably like, it's just going to be okay. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this game. If you don't know anything about this rivalry, this dates back further than sports. This dates back to the Civil War. These two, not only teams, these two states absolutely hate each other. And if I'm riding with anybody in this game, I am riding with the home team in this one. Give me the Mizzou Tigers -6.5. I think they might win this game by 2 scores, but I also think it's going to be close until the fourth quarter, and then they're just going to put down the gas pedal, and they're going to go. Moving over to our next game, we have a really, really interesting game. Not even the game itself is interesting. The location, because yes, you are reading this correctly. West Virginia is on the road at Ohio University, not Ohio State, Ohio University at 3 o'clock on Saturday. West Virginia, they're -3.5. Look at the stadium that they're playing in. I'm taking the Mountaineers in an absolute heartbeat in this game. They are going to absolutely fill this stadium. It is like crazy ticket prices to get in. These West Virginia fans, they're making the drive out there. Give me the Mountaineers minus 3.5. They're going to go in there and show the MAC, even though I love the MAC so much, this is no shade, how to play real football. That was a complete lie, too. I love MACtion Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's like the best part of college football season. Sorry, MAC, that was me. On to the next one. We make our way to the night game starting at 6 o'clock with Army going into Kansas State. Now, week 0, we all saw how the Kansas State Wildcats looked. It was sloppy. It was disgusting. It was pouring rain in Ireland. I still have a lot of faith in this team. And I think that their offense is going to be really, really fun. And looking at this 17.5-point line, and especially seeing how Army started off their season at home at Army, losing to Tarleton State? Tarleton State? Are you kidding me? Give me Kansas State minus 17.5. I mean, this is free. This might be my favorite pick of the entire day. I think that they're going to win this game by at least 28. And then on to the marquee matchup of the day, the game that we have all been waiting for on the college football slate. The Michigan Wolverines, 15th overall in the nation, going into Oklahoma versus the Sooners, number 18 at 6:30 o'clock. The Sooners are 5.5-point favorites in this game, and I am so excited to watch this one. But I'm almost more excited to watch Mr. Underwood go out there. He was fun in his debut for Michigan. He looked good. I mean, they were playing New Mexico, so it's really whatever. But he looked pretty damn good. He looked like he was having a good time out there. He loved that Michigan crowd. But if I'm going to be honest here, I'm looking at Boomer Sooner because I think that Boomer Sooner, they are slept on in college football right now. Yes, they're 18th in the nation. I think they might finish this season in the top 12, even with how hard their schedule is, even with how good the SEC is. I think they might slip into the playoff. That's how good this damn team is. Give me the Sooners minus 5.5. They're going to take a big bump in the rankings after beating Michigan at home. I absolutely love this one as well. And moving over to our final pick for college football Saturday, we still have full NFL Sunday to talk about, and I am just waiting to get there. We have an interesting game here at 7 o'clock. The UCLA Bruins going into UNLV versus the Rebels. I love the name, the Rebels. But there's one guy that I want to talk about in this game, and that guy is Nico. Nico, the guy who left Rocky Top to go to UCLA because he wanted a little bit more money. And Rocky Top, they would have paid him that money in almost 2 seconds. But he took the first jump he got. He took the bait, went to UCLA, and he looked horrible in his debut there. They got absolutely smoked by Utah. And if I'm being honest in this game here, I'm riding with the damn Rebels, baby. At home, plus 2.5. I wouldn't mind if you take the money line here too, but whenever you get some free points like that, I'm going to take the free points always because we know how college football is. It is a weird world, and this game could be a UCLA win by 1 point, and that just is how it is. Take the free points, take UNLV, and that's going to do it for my college football picks this week. We got the Illini minus 3. We got the Hawkeyes plus 3. We got Mizzou minus 6.5. West Virginia minus 3.5. Kansas State minus 17.5. A lot of favorites during the middle of the day. Oklahoma minus 5.5 and UNLV plus 2.5 to take us to bed. I love it. There's 7 picks for you. You can tell if you want. We went 4-4 last week. Hopefully we go positive this week and we can start getting some wins. But now it is time, ladies and gentlemen, what we have been waiting for so long. You know, last week when I was on here doing my NFL futures, I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, we're placing futures. It doesn't feel like football's here. Football is here. We finally did it. We finally made it to the NFL season. If you're not excited, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, this is the best time of the year. And what better way to get started than to get started in Atlanta at noon on Sunday with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to town. The Bucs are minus 2.5. The over-under sitting at 47.5 in this game. And there's one player that I wanted to talk about right away, and that is Mr. Baker Mayfield. I absolutely love Baker. Baker's one of my favorite players in the NFL, and I love that he finally found a home that suits him where he could play good ball and it works. And this Tampa Bay team, I think that they're getting slept on a little bit. I think that they're going to win the NFC South pretty easily, and they might cause some controversy in the playoffs. They're going to be fun this year. And just going off of that, going into Atlanta, I'm going to take Baker and his experience over Michael Penix Jr. and the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Bucks minus 2.5. I don't know how this line is so low. I thought that it would open with the Bucks minus 4.5 or 5.5. This is crazy to see. Take the Bucks in this one. And next up, we move over yet again to another interesting matchup. At noon on Sunday, a reunion of old friends for both of these teams. The Pittsburgh Steelers going into New York against the Jets. The Steelers are minus 2.5 in this game. The over-under is sitting at 38.5. That's Steeler football for you right there. But in this game, there's one guy that I really want to talk about, and that is Aaron Rodgers. I'm wearing my Bears jersey right now. It's a white one, so you can't really see it. There we go. I absolutely hate this man to death, but he can sling the football like nobody's business. I said this last week when I placed a future on the Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5 wins. And I also have another quarterback that I have some old ties to, Mr. Justin Fields for the New York Jets. And I think that Justin's going to be fun there. But week one, I'm taking defense all day in this game. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 2.5, keeping it simple. They'll probably win this game by a field goal, and it's going to be like 14-11. But I feel like this should be an easy one for us. Steelers here, on to the next. And in this next game, we have the Cleveland Browns, the bad news Browns hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is sitting at 47.5 points. And to describe the Browns in one way this NFL season, I think that the easiest way that I can is this right here. An absolute dumpster fire in Cleveland. I can't wait until eventually they pull Flacco and they start Shedeur. I like Flacco a lot, but give me some Shedeur Sanders ball, man. We're ready for it. The entire NFL is excited about it. We want to see him out there, or even some Dylan Gabriel ball. I'd be happy with that as well. But in this game, give me Cincy minus 5.5. Once again, this is another line that I looked at, and I just don't know how it is that close. I thought that Cincy would at least be a touchdown favorite in this game. The fact that they're giving you a touchdown is ridiculous. And moving over to a very weird game on the noon slate, the Miami Dolphins going into Indy versus the Colts. And Miami is in a very interesting spot going into this season. Tua, obviously, we know with his history, he's just got to stay healthy. And this Dolphins team, they can be competitive. I love all the weapons that they have there. I think their defense is going to be okay. And I think that they could be a little bit fun this year. Are they going to make the playoffs? Probably not. But I think that they'll have some good matchups. The Colts, on the other hand, I'm using it again. An absolute dumpster fire in Indy. That's what's going on there. And in this game, I'm taking Dolphins money line straight up. I don't know how they're not favored in this game. I know that the NFL, whenever it's a spread, they always give 2 points to the away team. But give me Dolphins money line here. That just seems too free in this game. And that's going to do it for the noon slate of NFL picks that we have this week. And now we go over to the Sunday 3 o'clock games as we start off with the 49ers going into Seattle against the Seahawks. The 49ers are 2.5-point favorites. The over-under is sitting at 43.5. And I absolutely love Seattle this year. And I love this man right here, Mike Macdonald. I think he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. Yes, you heard me say that. One of the best coaches in the NFL. He is a defensive mastermind. We saw it last year. Seattle, they were all right, but their defense was so fun. And with Sam Darnold at the helm there, I think they're going to be pretty damn good on offense. I think that JSN is going to get absolutely fed the football this year, and Kenneth Walker is going to have himself a year. Give me Seattle plus 2.5. Because also the other thing I didn't mention is this is in Seattle, and we know how crazy that atmosphere gets whenever a game is played and those Seahawks are on the field. I absolutely love this one. Seahawks plus 2.5. And now we come to my favorite pick of this entire show. At 325, the Detroit Lions go into Green Bay against the Packers. The Packers are -2.5 in this game. The over-under is sitting at 47.5 points. And I know that when you look at this game, you're going to be like, man, we are getting ourselves a great football game. It's going to be awesome. The Lions are so damn good. They're going into Green Bay, the Packers, who just traded for Micah Parsons. Something smells funny. Something smells real funny about this game. Something smells weird to me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that the Packers just upgraded their defense. Maybe it's the fact that the Lions, yes, they have the talent on their offense, but they lost the brains behind the operation, Mr. Ben Johnson. Maybe it's the fact is that it's at Lambeau, and I just feel like this is going to be a gross football game. Everybody's going to be fired up about it, and it's going to be bad football. Give me the under at 47.5 points. This line could move to 40.5. And I'm still taking it all day. They are not scoring points in this one. It's going to end like 21-14. Give me the under all day long. We go over to maybe the perfect way to end the first NFL Sunday of the season. On Sunday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens going into Buffalo against the Bills. The Ravens, they're -1.5 in this game. The over-under is sitting at 50.5. And you know the matchup that we have to talk about in this game. The two, basically, you could have given them both the MVP last season. I think the entire NFL community would have said, okay, we're fine with giving out two trophies. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, this is going to be an absolute duel. I hope that this isn't like what I just said for the Lions-Packers game and that this actually is a duel because that's what we all want to see. But on this side, who am I taking? I'm taking the home team. Give me the Buffalo Bills +1.5. I feel like they're going to hold it down. They're going to have some fun. That Buffalo crowd is going to be absolutely rocking. And I love Buffalo's defense as well. I think the Ravens might have the most complete roster in the NFL as a whole, but I like Buffalo week 1 just to go in there and get it done. Those are my NFL picks for week 1. We got the Bucs -2.5, the Steelers -2.5, the Bengals -5.5, Dolphins money line or spread, whichever one you want to pick. Seattle +2.5, the under in the Lions-Packers game at 47.5 points. And to end it all off, the Bills +1.5 on Sunday Night Football. Thank you guys so much for watching Between the Lines episode 2. We'll be back here next Friday at noon as well to talk about next college football Saturday and next NFL Sunday. Hopefully we get some winners. If you're tailing some of these, knock on wood. Let's have ourselves a good weekend. NFL football's back. College football is already here. It's beautiful. It's great. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Deuces.